All right, good to see you. Welcome to the Sovereign Way. Today we're going to talk about the cost of losing your sovereignty. hmm All right. There's something we need to clarify today, something foundational to the entire sovereign way. Because when we talk about sovereignty, when we talk about self possession and self ownership and PDCCS, presence, dignity, clarity, compassion, and sovereignty. We're not talking about personal traits. We're talking about the inner posture that determines the entire quality of a person's life. And the opposite of that is not weakness. Oh, no. No, it is not softness. It is not being emotional, or it is not being sensitive. No, the opposite of sovereignty is submission, not the relational kind, but the inner life kind. The kind where a person is no longer living from their own center, but from fear, confusion, shame, or the presence of the outer world. And the cost of that collapse is far greater than most people realize. So let's walk through it. When presence collapses, a person becomes disconnected from themselves. They become scattered, anxious, reactive. They stop hearing their own inner signals. They stop trusting their own perception. And the cost? Freedom. Because a person who is not present cannot choose. They can only react. You bomb me, I'm going to bomb you. You send a missile at me, I'm going to send a missile back at you. Okay? Retaliation. All right? When dignity collapses, shame takes its place. A person shrinks, they apologize for existing, and they let others define their worth. And the cost? Relationships. Because when you don't hold your own dignity, you attract people who won't hold it either. When clarity collapses, confusion becomes the compass. A person overthinks, they doubt themselves, they lose the ability to discern what is true. And the cost? Power. Because confusion is the fastest way to hand your life over to someone else. All right, got that? I hope you do. When compassion collapses, hardness takes over. Yeah, a person becomes brittle, cold, impatient. They close the heart to protect, what has already been wounded. And the cost? Health. Because hardness is a stress state, yes, and the body always pays for what the heart refuses to feel. And when sovereignty collapses, a person stops steering their own life. They live for approval, they live for peacekeeping, they live for survival. And the cost? Their future. Hmm. Because submission is not a personal trait, it is a forfeited destiny. Just take a look around. Yeah, I want to get political about all this. So, now here's the part that most people misunderstand. The treatment for this collapse is not outer life self help. No, it's not a 10 steps to confidence. Let's say it's not how to set boundaries, and it's not how to get your power back. Oh, Lord. The treatment is being with the truth of what these opposites are costing you right now. What do you say? The truth, you shall know the truth. The truth shall set you free, right? All right. Yeah. Simple. Because when a person finally sees the price that they have paid in freedom, in relationships, in health, in income potential, in self respect, in the very shape of their lives, something inside of them refuses to keep paying it. And that refusal is the beginning of sovereignty. Not a technique, not a strategy, a refusal. A refusal to live disconnected, a refusal to live ashamed, a refusal to live confused, and a refusal to live hardened, and a refusal to live submitted to anything outside their own inner life. This is the moment a person begins to rise. Trust me. Not because they learned something new, but because they remembered something ancient, presence, dignity, clarity, compassion, sovereignty. PDCCS is not a performance, it is the natural posture of a human being who has stopped abandoning themselves. And when a person returns to that posture, their entire life begins to reorganize around them. This is the sovereign way. All right, guys, let's take care of some business. I'm glad you came by. Write me your comments. I love them. And until the next time I see you, remain in peace.